Monday morning, everybody. I hope
Good
you're all
morning.
awake bright and early after the game last night. And if not, Starbucks is giving away one free tall coffee to all of Starbucks boards members. So,
What?
yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Look at Starbucks. It is, even if you're not a drinker, the day after Super Bowl is like hangover day, food coma hangover day. Those that partook in festivities is hangover
Mhm.
day. Those whose teams were playing is hangover day. So,
I have a question.
okay.
Because I went to go visit my friends yesterday before they went to a Super Bowl party that they typically do at work. Did we have anything Tritons related last year during Super Bowl?
I don't think so.
Because I could have sworn, like, because this is
Did
like the
we?
first year in like 6 years that I haven't gone to a Super Bowl party. But my friends were like, "You didn't go to ours last year." And I was like, "What?"
What weekend was it last
I think
year?
it's like I would think it was like the first weekend of February, and I know we had Barefoot on Saturday.
Yeah. I don't think so. I don't think we missed it. But I don't think you cared about what teams were in it again
I
last year.
I didn't, but I still went because it was like not a work thing, but everyone from work went.
Why?
So, but I was like sitting, I was like, I can't remember last year.
I don't even
And so
remember. I know that we were hot and heavy getting ready for um indoor
football,
arena.
yeah.
I do know that, but I don't I don't believe that there was anything going on per se that we would have missed it.
Damn. Okay.
You'll have to look back at you don't post enough to be able to look back at your memories to be able to
Mm-mm.
see if that was a
Mm-mm. Because I tried that. I tried to go look at my photos, my stories. I was like, where was I last year at this time? I don't know.
well, if you didn't watch the Super Bowl and you're just now crawling out of a hole, my boy Jalen Hurts from
Hmm.
Sooner finally won it. The Eagles secured a decisive 40-22 victory, and those
Pretty
22
early
points
on.
the 22 points didn't come till towards the end because
Yeah.
at the beginning they shut them down. The Caesar Superdome in New Orleans was a packed house. It's the second time the Eagles have won. Some fun facts about it. The Eagles led, like I said, 24-0 at halftime, showing
Yeah.
I mean they were shaking KC up.
Hmm.
Um, I'm so happy that Jalen Hurts finally got the Super Bowl MVP after completing 17 of his 22 passes for 221 yards. I mean, they were dominating. I mean,
They were.
you and okay, now this is coming from a Dallas Cowboys diehard. So
Hmm.
I didn't have a dog in the fight. Literally, I did not have a dog in the fight. And it was really hard for me to go for the Eagles. But it was not hard for me to go for Jalen because he's a good guy from the from Oklahoma. So, well, he played for the Sooners. So,
Yeah.
um, the Eagles defense sacked Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes 6 times. Patrick was shook. Like he couldn't they were holding the defense was doing their job yesterday. The Chiefs finally scored their first points late in the third. That's how you knew it was over. Like after that third quarter was almost to the end and they had finally scored, it was like, yeah, that's a wrap. Um, the Unfortunately that meant that the Chiefs, who were what do you call it, aiming for their third
In
consecutive
a
Super
row.
Bowl, which had
Yeah.
never been happened before, um, didn't get to accomplishment. So I'm kind of it starts all over and it makes me happy. Okay, halftime. Did you understand halftime? Did you like halftime?
I'm
I
gonna be
understood the
absolutely
background.
honest with you.
Say that again.
I'm gonna be absolutely honest with you. I stopped watching about halfway through the first quarter.
The game?
Hmm.
Oh wow. Wow. So what? It was so fun. I watched for the commercials. Even if I wasn't watching the game, I was watching
See,
for the
I was able
commercials.
to see the commercials on like social media and everything, so I didn't have to sit there and watch the game. Um, but
Oh.
even like halftime, like I had no desire to see. I do know Kendrick Lamar dissed Drake,
Hmm.
and that he had Serena Williams up there.
Hmm.
So the thing is, I didn't have to watch the game to know everything that was happening.
Right, right. Yeah, it was if you course, like our country, halftime was divided. People liked it, people
Hmm.
didn't. I'm not a big, I don't listen to a lot of music other than country and Christian. I do listen to some hip hop. So for me, it was about Kendrick getting out there and was he going to sing Not Like Us? Because I know the history, right?
Hmm.
I know the background enough, all of it. So it was good. I love seeing Serena pop up and do her little crip walk and all of that. And that was kind of a diss towards Drake since that's his
Hmm.
ex. Um, but I mean, I liked it. Now, a lot of people are going to say it was horrible, it was ugly, it was the grossest thing ever, blah, blah, blah. It's different taste. I like that type of music. Um,
Hmm.
but country is obviously my favorite. Now, if George Strait would have been out there, I would have liked it too. So, I mean, it is what it is. But
Yeah.
he definitely brought the heat. He definitely dissed Drake. So the only thing that I'm waiting to see is if Drake's going to come after him with another lawsuit.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know, um, if you don't know about Kendrick Lamar and Drake and all of that, they do what's called diss tracks, and which is basically um,
Roasting people with music.
roasting each other. Basically, is what it comes down and roasting others. And the last time that when the song "This Like They're Not Like Us" came out, Drake got it all in his feelings and filed a lawsuit saying it wasn't true, blah, blah, blah. So he was supposed to, Kendrick Lamar was not supposed to be singing it or anything. So it's
Yeah, like his
to
legal
be
team
some,
advised him
there may be
against
some
it.
legal ramifications, but somebody made a point yesterday on a news conference that it's okay if if he files. Number one, everybody was watching it. I mean, I can't wait to find out what the numbers are to see how many
Yeah.
people are watching it to make all that money up. So it's just going to be the drop in the bucket for Kendrick to be
Yeah.
like, okay, I got you, dog. Um, this was the 11th Super Bowl hosted in New Orleans, and it's the eighth at the Caesar Superdome. So it shows that New Orleans really knows what they're doing when it comes to. And I know there was a lot of uh, what is I don't want to say rumors. There was a lot of security after what happened back in January.
Hmm.
There was a lot of security, and I had seen social media, TikToks, and Facebook,
Yeah.
and crowds that were there. I'm so thankful I was not there. I think I would have probably had an anxiety attack from
Yeah, it
as
was
many people.
crazy.
Yeah, it was fun, and you could tell that it was fun, and I would have
Oh yeah,
loved to
because
been right.
New Orleans know how to party.
Yeah, exactly. Commercial. Um,
Oh yeah,
well, we'll
so
get to the commercial.
did
Yeah,
you
we'll
have a
get to the
favorite?
commercial in a second. But the historical blowouts, while the Eagles 18-point victory, which it didn't come towards the end, they only score. Kansas only scored at the end. They could have won by more, but the 18-point victory was substantial. The largest, though, margin of the Super Bowl history remains the San Francisco 49ers when it beat the Denver Broncos 55-10. Um, so, I mean, oh, and if you didn't know, commercials, the average price for a 30-second commercial
We went
before we
over
go
this last
into what
week.
our favorite ones was $8 million in 2025, up $1 million from the previous year. The previous year it was $7 million. So instead of like eggs going up 50 cents, they said, you know what? For that same 30 seconds, we're gonna ask y'all to pay $8 million this year instead of 7 million. And there was some good commercials. There was. The tickets dropped to below the lowest price ticket initially was $6,201, but they dropped to below
Hmm.
1,000 as the event approached because people weren't
Paying that much money for a ticket.
yeah, factors contributing to the decrease included the largest capacity of super Caesar Superdome and reduced demand compared to previous years. Um, it holds approximately 73,000, and but the numbers for the Super Bowl haven't been confirmed yet. So it was a great thing, but now
Mm-hmm.
we get to talk about two things. Jalen's
Mm-hmm.
all female female management team.
Yeah.
Is that not? I mean, like,
That's so stinking cool.
it is so cool for Jalen Hurts, and it's good for those females that he surrounded himself with. And
Because
now
he
he,
was the smart man and surrounded himself
yes,
with the women who make the smart choices.
yes, and I mean, the thing is he is now to be on his team, like his four or five ladies that are on his team.
Mm-hmm.
You know that you are surrounded by strong alpha females that
Yeah.
can lead a man from college football through the
To
NFL
to a Super Bowl win.
to a Super Bowl win and MVP.
Yeah.
Like that makes
It
my
is
heart
crazy.
it makes my heart so happy. I would love to be one of those women, uh,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a power move. It's a power move. I don't
It
care what
is.
guys say. I don't care if you don't like the Sooners. I don't care if you don't like the Eagles. Jalen Hurts having a team of women strong that surround him.
Yeah, and they also not only taking him from college to Super Bowl win, they also secured the highest paid NFL deal in
Yes,
history.
leverage, leverage, and it makes
Yeah,
me so happy.
yeah.
Okay, what was your favorite commercial?
I had two.
Okay.
I had, of course, the Nike commercial. It was
Yes,
so cool.
the
Um,
female one. If you
yes,
didn't see it, you can go out and look at it on YouTube today. It was
it was on TikTok last night.
oh, was it? Okay, yeah, it
Hmm.
was Nike and females, and oh, it was just so
It
powerful.
was, yeah, it was.
It was
And then my second one, which just because it was so stinking funny, is Glenn Powell. We know who he is. Um, Do you know who he is?
uh-uh.
Twisters? You know who he
Who,
is. Glenn Powell.
what commercial was it?
The Ram.
Okay.
Goldilocks.
Yeah, yes.
I was cracking up. That was also the first commercial I had seen because that happened like early in the day. Like that one dropped pretty early in the day. I was cracking up.
Mine, I think mine was honestly, and it sounds cheesy, um, but one of my very favorites was the Tom Brady and Snoop one, where they were talking about hate
Oh
and
yeah.
that it was stupid that they were even having to make this commercial.
Commercial.
And
Yeah.
to me, um,
Yeah,
of
that
course, you know,
one.
I'm a huge Snoop fan, regardless of his whatever. And
Hmm.
Tom Brady, I think if you didn't get it, you're missing the point. Like
Hmm.
if you don't see it, I mean, but for them to spend 8 million, I'm sorry, for somebody that had to spend 8 million to remind human adults in the U.S. that hate is hate and it doesn't belong here and that it's dumb that Snoop Dogg and Tom Brady are having to discuss it.
Yeah.
But I absolutely loved that commercial because they did make it valid. I mean, the way they were
Yeah.
talking to each other, and then they're like,
This is
it
stupid.
sounds
Yeah.
stupid.
Um, I will say I also was really excited for two movie trailers to drop or teaser trailers. So How to Train Your Dragon, the live action one.
Oh
So
yeah.
excited about that one. And then Thunderbolts, which is the
Yes.
new Marvel movie. So I was super excited about that. Um, and then there was another one I was cracking up at. Did you see the Uber Eats one
Yes. Yes.
with the food? I was
Yes.
cracking up. They had some
Yes.
good ones. I didn't did Budweiser do theirs? I didn't
They
see
did the
theirs.
Clydesdales. Yes.
I'll have to go find it because I didn't see that one. Those are my favorite ones every year.
Yeah. I commercials were great. I love the Super Bowl though. The only thing I don't like about the Super Bowl is it's the end to
Football.
football. That was it. That was a wrap. That was all that there was to say to do. But congratulations to the
Hmm.
Eagles. Congratulations to another successful NFL season. We'll just patiently wait. but now indoor starts. Did you see the UFL commercial where they were kicking off UFL for?
Yes. I was like,
Yeah,
wait a minute.
I know. They're like, I know. And my girlfriend said, "Are you ready?" And I'm like, "Yes." I said, "But I didn't know that the XFL or UFL was doing it. Like, I didn't know there was a commercial coming out."
Yeah. I was like, but
Um, and then my other, and I meant to say this earlier, my other favorite commercial, I don't know if you noticed it, but if you didn't, you can go find it, is the Big Brothers Big Sisters.
I
Um,
didn't. That had to happen. Did that happen like in the second half?
yeah, and it
Yeah, I didn't
was
see it.
so good. It
I'll have to
talked
go watch it.
about that kids need champions too. I didn't know, as you know, I sit on as chair for the local branch here, and
Hmm.
so for me, it just made my heart proud that Big Brothers Big Sisters is putting it out there, that we're asking for mentors, that people understand the importance of mentorship, and that it was there. Like it was good. So there was no commercials I didn't like. Obviously, I always like the commercials. But another NFL season is over.
But it's okay because we still have hockey to watch.
We do have hockey. We do have hockey. Okay, so what's up in
Yes.
hockey?
Okay, so as you know, we are going into like a 2 week break, essentially. Break with asterisks for everyone who's not playing in the Four Nations Faceoff. Um, so the Four Nations Faceoff is from the 12th to the 20th. So I want to say teams probably start arriving um t yesterday, today to kind of get the feel and everything, and start practicing for the first game. Um, it's exciting. It's definitely different, for probably everyone who has this break because a lot, since it's only Sweden, Finland, USA, and Canada, there's a lot of players that aren't playing, obviously,
Hmm.
for these teams.
Hmm.
So they kind of get a two week break. Um, which I know I've seen people on my social media. They're already like in Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, like they went south, which I can't explain
Wow.
them. I mean I can't explain them. I can't blame them. Um, but and then so Quinn Hughes had to drop out of playing in the Four Nations Face-Off this year because he's been sick and has had an injury, and
Hmm.
hasn't played the last 4 games of the Canucks season.
Hmm.
So basically, they want to make sure that he's okay to play after the Four Nations face-off
Hmm.
because that is really when playoff hockey starts to form, is right after the break. It starts being like who's going to um, claim their spot in the playoff rounds.
Mm.
So he's out. Alexander Petr can't say I never can never say his last name, from the Vegas Golden Knights, was said he wasn't going to play a week or two ago. Um, so there's been a couple of dropouts because of injuries and illnesses, and sometimes teams don't want their players to play in this 2 week tournament because playoff hockey is just around the corner.
Uh,
So,
so they want to protect their player.
yeah.
I get it.
So
I
we'll
mean, that's
see.
a smart thing to do.
Yeah, I'm excited though. It's gonna be interesting, and I'm excited to see how the rivalry between U.S. and Canada go, because obviously
Right.
that's just a huge one. It always has been in my opinion because it's
Yeah.
Canada and U.S. Even more so now. Um, but yeah.
Wow. So hockey. Okay. So tell me when hockey season ends.
So regular season ends about mid-April.
Okay. So we still got
And
a while.
then playoff season starts almost literally less than 5 days after. And then
Okay.
playoff hockey can go and all the way through June, first week of July, or it can end in June. It just depends on how teams fare in the first,
Right.
second rounds and then the conference finals.
But by June, it's over.
Typically late June, early July.
Gosh, that's a long season.
And then it's like a 2 month break, and then they're at
Back
training camp.
training and all that.
Mhm.
And Ice Rays, are they still playing here? I mean, they
They
have.
have I want to say four more home games left. So they
Oh,
have
okay.
February 28th, and then they have March 7th, March 8th, March 9th, and then that's it.
Nice.
Hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, that's a good thing. And then
Hmm.
I did get to we're going to be talking to the women's soccer. I did get to see them again this weekend. So that's on the to-do list. So soon for others, now that football is it's so hard for me to even say that.
Football is over.
Huh?
Said football is over. Professional football is over.
Well, no, because there's indoor.
That's true.
Long live indoor. So, okay. All right, let's go to break.
Want to know what's going on in Corpus Christi? Make sure you check out cceventscalendar.com. That holds all of the events going on for the entire month. New are added daily. And again, that is cceventscalendar.com. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, Carter. Mental health. I didn't have anything other than because I think everybody's just going to be exhausted today,
Hmm.
honestly. If we talk about it, people just know that they need to rest and do their own thing, right? World is still going crazy, so there's a lot of information overload still. I know people are losing their minds. And so the only mental health advice I have this Monday morning um is take it one day at a time. Don't panic because we never know. I mean, I think that there's so much stuff happening and they're throwing so much at us still. And we talked about this last week is that you just have to process it the best way that you know how to process it. Um, Next
Yes.
thing, would you rather? Hang on, I'm pulling it up for you because I have a list. I had a list of Mikayla would you rather's. Okay, hang on. Let me find it. Okay. And I like asking Mikayla. So for those that don't know, I love asking Mikayla these questions because number one, it gives you something to talk about throughout the day to ask your friends. But number two, because Mikayla tries to go in through technicality, so I always have to put the rule down that there is no technicality. We read the line for what it is, but it's just, would you rather? So, Mikayla,
Hmm.
would you rather have an incredibly annoying, high pitched voice or a really, really deeply man voice? So you
I
either talk like this all the time, and oh my God, did you see the hockey game? Or you talk like this all the time, and did you see the hockey game?
I'd probably go with the annoying high pitched.
I couldn't do that. No,
I couldn't sound like a man.
I'm fine with that. I will sound like a dude.
I
I
couldn't.
can. I have people that have come across in my life that I'm not mean to them. They're not mean to me. We're cool. We're nice, but they have those really high pitched voices that it's like we try to limit them. Um. Okay. Would you rather give up your phone for 3 days, 24 hours a day, three
Hmm.
days, or
Hmm.
wear Crocs for the entire 3 days? And I don't wear Crocs. So, me personally,
Well, I would say,
I'll wear Crocs before I give up my phone for 3 days.
yeah,
And I despise, like, I do not own a pair. I have never purchased a pair. I've
yeah.
never bought my kids, grandkids,
I would
those
just not leave
little
the house for 3 days.
technicality. But around the house, you'd have to wear your little Crocs.
Oh, I hate wearing shoes around the house to begin with. Like I would go barefoot everywhere if I could. Like
Oh, me too.
I was born a barefoot child. I will stay a
Yeah.
barefoot
Yeah.
child. Like it pains me to wear shoes.
I am that girl that will have Walmart feet. It does not bother me to have the
Mm-hmm.
dark on my feet and walk outside. People think that's so disgusting. And as a
Mm-mm.
kid, me and my cousins, we had shoes. It's not that we didn't,
We just
we
didn't
just
wear
loved
them.
playing without shoes. We loved
Yeah.
running around outside on the concrete, on the grass, on the
Yeah.
all of that. And so I didn't, I mean, walking
Yeah.
around barefooted. doesn't bother me. Some people freak out. They're like, ew. Um, okay, one more.
Okay.
Would you rather be a mad genius or
Okay.
popular but dumb?
I feel like I'm a bit of both sometimes though. Like I like mad as in like crazy or mad
No,
as in
like you're
anger.
just so like you're like Rain Man smart. Like, he was extremely smart. Like you're just a genius.
I
But you're
don't
not
know.
popular, you're not outgoing, you're not any of that.
Oh, I'll
Or
do the
you're popular, but
genius.
you're kind of
I'll do the genius.
oh, me too. In a heartbeat, I don't care. I would
I
do.
don't I don't even like I don't I'm such a like a low maintenance friend to begin with. Like if you don't want to talk to me for a week, okay, fine by me. Like I don't want to be popular. I don't want people asking me questions.
That is funny. That is funny. Yeah. So those are our would you rathers. For me, I'd rather be a genius. I don't want to be. I'd rather like I love knowing
Yeah.
stats and facts and all of that stuff, and I try to remember as much as possible. So I'd rather be
Yeah.
the
The
genius
mad
than
genius. Yeah. I
yeah.
agree that I too would do that.
Okay,
Um,
what's going on in sports today? Is there anything else? God, I feel like we're not even like very busy today now that sports is over. We don't even have anything.
Sports is not over. We just condensed everything. Well, NFL season is over. College football season is over. But all of the other sports are not over.
Yeah.
So today in sports, in 1992, speed skater Bonnie Blair wins the first gold medal for the U.S. in the 1992 Olympics.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
1992.
3 years before I was born.
Why? Why? It's too early this morning for all of that. That was like what, 30
33 years ago. Because again,
years?
I will be 30 this year.
I know, right? You're no longer gonna be a teen. You're no longer be in your 20s. You will be in your 30s. Yes. Okay. Well, I don't know that there's anything
That,
else
no, that is it.
pressing. I mean, there's real quick, there's executive orders coming out left and right.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is changing every day. I know that the tariffs were lifted from the last time I mean, they never went into
Mm-hmm.
effect, which was good. It was on a 30-day, I think 21, 30-day ban hold.
Yeah.
TikTok is still um in the process of going away within 30 to 60 days. I think 60 days they said. Um I think they're going to end up coming. I think that that's like your children's favorite toy, and you're
Yeah, I think they'll
threatening to
figure
take
something
it
out.
away and throw it in the trash. And if you beg enough and you cry enough and you throw a fit enough, that mom and dad will let you keep it. I
Mm-hmm.
really believe that that's the pawn that's being used on TikTok. Now, do
Oh
I think
yeah.
the money exchange in it for us to have the pretty little TikTok? Absolutely. Do I think that the American people will win it back? I think that it's too much of a moneymaker
Yeah.
for small businesses and people here, whether you agree with it or you don't. It's a way to make money. And I think that our administration will use it as a favorite toy kind of ploy. So
Yeah.
I don't think that it'll go anywhere, but if it does, you better make sure you have a backup plan for another source of social media that you're going to be doing. But
Mm-hmm.
there's just too much out there. Um, and I was watching it this weekend because they've limited ever since it came back. I don't know if you've noticed, but it's kind of been limited on what you can see and what you can't. So you have to go up
Mm-hmm.
there and like I go into the search field and type in different states and stuff just so that I can see if I'm getting my getting the algorithm switched. And one particular thing that happened this weekend, and then we'll go, is that the KKK showed up in Lincoln Heights, Ohio. I don't know if you saw that story, but
Mm-mm.
a white supremacist group came and stood over an overpass in a predominantly African American neighborhood. And well, what could have incited a riot or fights
Mm-hmm.
quickly was de-escalated by the cops, and the Klansmen, or the white supremacist group, was arrested. It was in Lincoln Heights, Ohio, if you want to fact check me. But the residents ended up having a flag burning, um, from all those flags that were there. But, it just shows that we don't know what's going on in even other cities and towns, because if the media is not showing it or reporting it, we don't know. But
Yeah.
this group was blazing enough and willing enough to just go and do it. And thankfully, nobody was hurt. There was no arrests made by the people in the neighborhood that were coming, but there were arrests, by that group, on that group. So I think TikTok's a good thing. That's my personal opinion. I think it was good before they decided to, quote, take it down. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
still good. It's a great informational resource if it's real what they're putting on there.
Yeah.
But I think it's just going to be our little toy that they're going to dangle in front of the U.S. Americans' heads, faces, to see how much we love our administration and how much we're willing to fight for our TikTok.
Yeah.
So, okay.
All
Well,
right. So that is the end of episode 43 of Girl Talk
oh
Sports
wow.
Talk. Yeah, it's crazy.
That is crazy, Michaela. We're gonna hit it. Are we gonna hit over? No, we won't hit over 100 by the time that we hit the
No,
1 year. No,
no.
we won't. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, this is Melina.
This is Michaela. And remember, sports are for girls too.
Happy Monday. Are you looking to grow your business and increase your brand visibility? Become a sponsor with the Girl Talk Sports Talk podcast. Our sponsorship opportunities offer you a unique chance to connect with our dedicated fan base and community. Let us help you elevate your business name and reach new heights. Contact Melina or Michaela today to learn more about how you can get involved and make a lasting impact. Join us and watch your business thrive.